Hey guys, we're back with some of what I like to call the letter. See, because that's the name of it. That's why I like to call it that. Because that's the name of it. Ah! I'm sorry. When we last left off, Anna was about to die. Yep. Let's look at the journal, because it's been a few days. We're trying to find time for it, but just haven't. Alright, you talked to Marianne, yeah. And relationship, I think it went out. The scene outside the parlor is a great organized mess. Aside from our own household help, we hired the service of the temp agency, which provides staff for right enterprises in the hospitality sector. Even our very skilled staff cannot undertake a party of this size on their own. Waiters, busboys, hostesses, and the staff captains move about in droves, carrying crockery and serveware good for several dozen people and then some. Chefs and bartenders tail after Johans, looking like scared little children, as he escorts them through the kitchen and into the wine cellar. To pursue the stocks, to select what can be served at the party and what can be used for the cooking.
Schnell! We have a lot to do, and I believe we did not hire snails.
You're our people.
Snails are for the dishes.
Oh. Who eats snails? I mean, I've never tried snail, but that doesn't sound good. String quartet readies up to play for the evening, tuning their instruments as they fill the air with idle chatter. Floral decor with thousands of vases, wreaths and baskets, while petals are scattered along the driveway up front. An ice sculpture of a reindeer is brought in carefully by our pair. It's followed by a simple cake, just a 5-tier white chiffon, with a white chocolate mousse, fresh berries, and a light dusting of an edible leaf. Despite the fact that I told Marianne how I'll attend all of this, I found myself unable to focus or care for anything. Give me 8 seconds. You can count. 8. Okay. I found myself unable to focus or care for any of it. Straw of our discussion running in my mind, and looking at all of this, I can only see Luke everywhere. These are all the grand things that Luke wanted to have for the party. I had wanted a small, elegant, and simple gathering, with only a select few invited, namely the people who would actually trust to enter my house. To curse with this letter! I did not want any bloody politicians or paparazzi in here, no matter how used to I am to catering.
At least be here for your party. Damn it, Luke.
The entire thing screamed Luke right. I can't help but add another question to my growing list of worries. When did I lose myself? It's always about him nowadays, isn't it? What about Hannah, right? What about Hannah Evans? Used to be my own woman, made her name, her own career, and her own decisions. Sure, I was already the social butterfly that I am today, but it wasn't all empty, shallow gossip, and sitting pretty. I was also lauded for my knowledge and talent. Finance manager wasn't just handed to me, just because my father owned the company. And insisted that I started at the bottom, so I could work my way to the top and prove myself. And I did. I worked numbers, managed budgets, money and accounts, analyzing the competition and marketing trends. There's the calculation of financial risk, cost reduction opportunities, auditor-liation, public relations, supervision of staff, and, well, generally I had a huge slew of responsibilities. Admittedly, I was already quite the attention seeker even back then, having dedicated most of my youth craving for my parents' approval. Failing that, turned to others, looking for praise from anyone who would give it, however fleeting it was. And Luke, oh Luke, the way he looked at me, the way he watched me and took a genuine interest. I mean, disgustingly obsessed since day one, hasn't he? Saw me for me, Hannah Evans. That's me, Hannah Evans, with both my fault and my achievements. I'm not Hannah Evans, I'm HorseyEatYou. The man didn't treat me like some damsel in distress or some prize to be won. Remember the nights before we were married, when we talked about everything and anything. From big things like business, society, and philosophy to little things such as what we had for breakfast or whether we like cats or dogs more. Both prefer dogs. Nowadays, I'm just Luke Wright's wife. It's mostly my fault, isn't it? Told me that husbands preferred wives who were docile and subordinate. Women will always be there for him, yet would never outshine him in all aspects except beauty. That's not a good philosophy to have. Wife needs to be at home and attend to his needs, to have children, take care of them in his absence. Said I have no business working anymore after I was married. Can blame society. But I listened. Before I could fall further into this introspective pit of self-loathing, someone calls for my attention.
The guests have arrived, madam.
And Luke?
Running a bit late, I'm afraid.
Late for his own party. That man, I swear. He's probably looking to make a dramatic entrance, knowing him.
So either A, he's working in the helipad, or B, he gets spooked by the ghost.
Open the doors then. We mustn't tarry.
Cars line up the driveway, peppering the front of the mansion with vehicles of every kind. Grand tours, supercars, even the odd high-end muscle car or two, convertibles, grand saloons, and other luxury cars can be seen, included by the lights. A handful of cabs drive off, possibly for those who thought it was too troublesome to bring their own cars. There are at least 2 different media veins as well. They're all here for what may be considered the biggest event of the year for Luxborn. So far. Who knows what we'll plan for the winter holidays?
Welcome everyone. Please, make yourselves at home.
Some of the guests idle, enjoying the warm if not strange sunshine we're experiencing, before gloomy skies inevitably return. They greet acquaintances and friends with warm smiles, others less so. From where I stand, I can see the hierarchy of power, the ties that bind these individuals here, whether through convenience or necessity. However, there are also a few who are not here to further cement their current place in high society. Such as that young man with his oriental air, ignorant of the looks he receives from women and men alike.
Be careful with Shirley, alright?
Or that rose-haired woman talking on her phone, while she looks unsure of why she's here exactly.
Yes, I'm at the party already, Mom. Yes, I'll say hi to her if I can.
This is Zachary, the photographer, as well. Talks to a few of the other media crew with an air of familiar.
I was just here a few days ago, yeah. And the inside is huge, but the staff are pretty helpful if you get lost.
Invited Father Norman too. What was the story update? I guess we're right here. Please make a new after you bless the mansion at my request. Except for my small donation to the church, of course. So this is the guy that Ivitrus to see a Prius before. I think that might have actually been the better decision for Isabella's jail. I don't really know, but although I don't think that actually influences the ending at all, because yeah, the ending's just decided by these 3 choices. Well, you know, go to work and then either, you know. Then there's some people like Chief Inspector. Well, so this guy is a sprite. He's totally evil, right? People we can never be too sure about. He's the ghost. People who stand on the border between being suspicious and being trustworthy.
Thank you for the invite, Anna. Husband still missing, I see.
I should be saying the same of your darling Rochelle, Lee.
And you see, he said still missing because he killed him.
The doctors again.
She told me she'll just be in the gardens. Bet she's lying and that she's somewhere around mingling, gossiping with the other ladies. No offense, but that seems to be all you ladies do at these parties.
And aren't you gossiping right now?
Yes, well, what about Luke? Should we file a missing persons report now, or do you want to wait 24 hours?
He's around.
You know, I can tell if someone's bluffing.
He totally killed him.
Don't tell me, let me guess. He's finally drunken himself to death and not wanting a scandal. You've hidden his body. I was wanting to give this housewarming gift to him personally, too. It's a plate that holds a wine glass so he can stop killing himself with liquid lunches. Looks like it's too late for that.
Nothing like that. Besides, this is a hardly polite conversation.
Oh, relax. I'm just trying to be cheeky to lighten the mood. It's not like I want Luke dead. The man doesn't serve dodgy plonk like the others when I visit, and he pays his respects well enough. I could use a glass of wine or 3, actually. Rochelle's been in a horrid mood. Threw her stilettos at me the other day and almost took an eye out. Not sure if this is how it usually goes, but I blame the pregnancy.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Still no plans for a baby? Well, I guess that's for the best. If it's this bad now, I can't even imagine how bad it'll be when that little baby bump becomes huge.
Have I mentioned how I don't trust him, no matter how hard I try to do so? At least she brought a gift, I suppose.
Why don't you just go inside and have some wine, Lee?
Think I will, thanks.
Greetings such as these carry on as the guests continue to trickle in. Whether we have short conversations or merely shake hands and nod heads, make sure to attend and welcome each of them. It's the first hour passes by. The rest of the stragglers and I join to the volume. Any latecomers will have the attention of the porter instead. I have other duties to attend to. Hosting parties is always the same song and dance, no matter how big or small it is. Are we still on the... Okay, I assume this was just... Did you talk to Zachary for, you know... I assume. I know it's Charlie, okay. Please be the third one. Make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and they'll generally enjoy themselves. So when my opening remarks are done, and the band has started playing, the guests have started eating, I find myself wandering around aimlessly, unless I'm pulled to the side. For a while, I stay with a small group and entertain them before excusing myself. When they're not anymore watching me, I end up watching them. When they don't listen, I do. Local banker's having trouble with his daughter, wishes to marry her off, which wants nothing more than to make music. One of our hotel managers worried about the stolen belongings of one of his patrons, railing insecurity, which should be brought up to higher authorities soon. Our mayor, well, his cat died. What? No! It's the ghost! There's now Yo's head woman once again. No, she canonly has like pink hair. That's not just. It's hard not to notice it, but they're distinctive locks. So in universe, is pink hair normal or is it dyed? She also looks the grace that the other ladies have, though that does not make her any less beautiful. Stains of the air shake suits, instead, are strong, make her stand out despite her casual attire. Anyone have already given her their attention, though each invitation of the dance has been turned down. I approach her intrigued, although it's no great mystery what occupies her own attention, but the glances she keeps sending towards the boy with the oriental hair. So, is Ashton like Asian? I assume, given she keeps saying oriental about him, but... And you know that Japanese tribe, that makes sense. She remains unaware though, even as I stand beside her, pretending that I'm here for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes, don't you think?
Didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
The boy comes over, but I do nothing to speak any softer. Merely passes by. It's a wonder he doesn't hear what I said.
Who, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down those offers. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time. I don't know him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend then? Because that would explain those rejections.
Oh, we're about to die. All my life, I've never seen a face grow yet so fast. Shade of her hair did not help as well. This is the most pink I've seen on her face.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, that's ridiculous. He isn't my boyfriend.
You see,
Such a violent reaction. A simple no would have sufficed. Many here would be happy to hear it.
And I haven't been looking at him.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property. I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body.
Waver as I feel the burning of someone's stairs. It's chilling, and though I'm used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hairs on my back on my neck stand out. Yo. My attention is pulled from the girl, and I see a woman standing there. Dark-haired and dirty, she looks more like a beggar than a guest, and I have half the mind to call the security out of her when her mouth breaks out into a grin. All I hear is her laughing, taunting. Her stare makes my blood run cold. She looks at me like I'm nothing more but a pig to slaughter for her amusement. Makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. But then in a blink, she's gone. The buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but... Are you alright?
Yes, sorry. I just thought I saw something strange. It must be the trick of the light. Anyway, Honor Wright, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
Name is familiar, like a fond memory. For you and me. Call kind lady, private tutor who treated me like your own daughter when I was young. Is that related to that spin-off prequel game they made? I assume so. It's not something I'm interested in, but, you know. She'd even bring me food when there's no need to do so. Usually stovies, which I honestly hadn't been too keen about. But I ate them nonetheless because she brought them to me.
Oh, the professor! And your little Becky!
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way. But yeah, that's me. Little Becky. We met once before.
Yes, oh, I remember you! You were the cutest little thing with glasses! And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A. What was it again? Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander, Andrew?
The more I list off names, the more red and the more quiet Becky gets. She starts to look a little miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. Perhaps I have triggered a horrid childhood memory. Surely, it hadn't been mean when she visited with your mother. I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one. Oh, goodness me, after all these years!
Oh, goodness me!
I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone with an
Yeah, he's
earshot,
quite
you
dashing.
know?
He looks like he
Keep
could be
it down.
the protagonist.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
Let's have it said.
So, this is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Hannah's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
I'm not too concerned about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
The idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta. I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right? You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself on its own. Like everything,
I don't think
you
she
have to
understands
work
the
at
idea
it.
of happy endings. That you see, stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And the end, you know, you see, they call it a happy ending if the ending was like happy. You see, that's not. You're confusing the terminology here. That's like probably thinking like happily ever after, or like something along those lines. But that's.
But what do I know?
There's a grimace, although she starts to relax in my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. She was tiny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about.
Yeah, but she doesn't know Professor, the one from Isabella's room.
But have you told him how you feel? And it's been what? 20 years?
17, actually. But no, not yet. He can be a bit dense. I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I? Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway. There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans. It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then. I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids. And you were the first I told anyone about my... crush.
Do you remember now that she mentions it? Did I give her that yellow summer dress or the pink blouse and petticoat? She must have kept some of what I said in mind. Feels ridiculous to remember all that years later, talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls. So it's some gospel every woman should adhere to. So easy to say such things then, me not knowing any better. Well, looking at her now, she must have kept some of what I said in mind. Perhaps I did say something good at the time? Not for her to take it to heart? But all that didn't matter in the moment as I mull over what she suggested in my head. What Becky told me is very different from what Marianne told me. There's no time to ponder over that, however, as a hush descends upon the once lively crowd. Music of strings and chatter shows to a grinding halt as the doors from the foyer opens. Last of the light coming should have arrived moments ago. Anyone this late would simply be too embarrassed to show their face. So this can only be one person, or rather, one man. There's only one man who's audacious enough to arrive at his own party so late.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party. I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
Yo, Luke, where were you? You're not dead. Unlike A, who was raised in the spotlight and simply grew used to its presence, so he sought out every chance he could, even when there's no spotlight that shone. I'll never put it against him. He smiles like that. He did so quite brilliantly under the scrutiny when he channels his showmanship. You can tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks. How they listen, enraptured, even if all he's doing is a simple greeting. Little wave of his hands here, a little smile there, and a bit of swagger. I always tell him that, if he's not to be a businessman, he'll do well as an entertainer. Love the sight of him, especially when he looks at me. He beckons me over to humbly share his place. Not a single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and make my way to Luke's.
Welcome one and all to our humble abode.
Still not forgetting that we hate Rebecca.
Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are our ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness. So enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses as we only allowed the best to be served. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.
There's a round of applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Some hoots. Guests approach us left in hand and shake Luke's hand and grin personally, praises on their lips. It's because of this that I do not see her. I do not see her until she's dangerously close, with fury in her eyes, and she's already spitting venom. Who's this? Eggman had officially opened his doors with a grand housewarming party. Zachary Steele, Ashton Gray, and Rebecca Gales were seen attending. I imagine if Isabella wasn't, dead, she'd be here too. However, while it's supposed to be a day of merriment turned sour when Rochelle Lee, the chief inspector's wife, accused Luke Brad of fathering her unborn baby. Oh, well. Wait, nope. Johan's restrains her, taking care not to unnecessarily harm the pregnant woman. That does little to deter her age. The man has no choice but to let her go, lest an unborn child is hurt. Although it might be too late for that, it's an empty glass of wine in her hand. How much has she imbibed in? Is that a word, imbibed?
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle? Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here!
Our voice actress is kind of,
You bloody bastard, standing there with your smarmy smile!
She interrupts me, jabbing her fingers in my direction before she lands on Luke. Even as whispers and murmurs break out amongst the guests, all I can focus on is the heat of the moment. Obviously intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol in her breath. Not ticked off about this little display of hers, at least not yet. But I am absolutely, mad, got it, the fact that should endanger her own baby by drinking. There's a considerable amount of restraint and grace that I must exercise while I wait for her tangent to subside. Keep it patient, if tight smile on my face. No, that's just her orange juice glass. Luke's expression on the other hand is indecipherable.
Watch your tongue! You're on thin ice, Rochelle. Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
I did.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir. What is even going on?
I like Luke's voice actor. I'm just about to ask that exact same thing.
I don't know. But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself. I can't understand a word you're saying.
Where is that husband of yours? Lee! Collect your wife right now!
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass! You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens!
Excuse me? What is this nonsense you're going on about?
Crazy talk. That's all it is. Just completely and utterly mad. Has anyone seen the chief inspector?
I am pregnant with your little bastard. You promised me you'll take responsibility. God damn it, Luke. I finally got you to talk to me after months of silence, and you do this to me.
What? What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with? Luke, is this true?
Lies and slander, woman! Security! Johans, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
No, you do not do this to me. I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours. Look at her. Does she look like she wants a baby?
Yeah, she does actually.
Does she look like she could take care of a baby?
Oh, yeah, no, that's not my place to say. And it is now Johans returns into security, along with a concerned looking Officer Lee. Oh, is it? No! We're dead! The surrender and moved to escort the hysterical woman. Judging by his pale face, he has heard the whole thing. I felt nothing but pity for the man. Now that I believe Rochelle, Luke will never go as far as to sleep with another woman, right?
I'm so sorry for her behavior. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol. Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
Is there really nothing but here but ramblings of a drunk? Of course they're nothing but ramblings of a drunk. She's just jealous. Jealous of this wonderful marriage, this happily ever after that I have with my prince.
Take that troll up out of here immediately!
Cat fight.
And see to it that she isn't allowed here or anywhere we hold any authority in Luxbourne.
To be banned from anything with a great name on it is basically social suicide. Practically own half of Luxbourne. There isn't a single establishment of repute that isn't under our patronage, one way or another. This is Mercy. Could do much worse to her. Yeah, we also have we know this family, they're called the Sonazakis. They, kill people no problem. This way, she could just move out of the city and never ever return. She stayed my hand in the face of her grievous fault, her bold-faced lies, which she deserves so much more. Could take away her business, have her factory shut down. It's too easy to ruin her life until she's just nothing. It's also tempting. I can only see red. Tension is thick in the air. The silence that embraces the room is nearly deafening. There are worried and almost fearful glances at some of the guests, yet at the same time, you can still hear them whispering. But as long as they hold their tongues and don't interfere, none of those matter to me. Especially when my darling looks up at me with a different shine in his eyes. It almost seems as if he's proud of what I've done. It spurs me on more than anything.
Everyone, please go back to enjoying the party. Don't let that mess of a woman ruin your night.
You heard her! Strike up the band, maestro, and let us dance like fireflies in the night!
It takes a bit for the crowd to stir again, in the face of all that. But like most problems with Lily, especially under the rug and forgotten in favor of Miriam. I like how the music changed, with that line. He offers his hand to me with a small smirk and a bow.
Well, that was a mess, wasn't it? And you handled it magnificently.
It happens. We are very important people, are we not?
Milady, would you like to dance?
With pleasure, my prince.
He's not gonna put the, whatever that is, probably wine? I don't know. Down low. No one's gonna get between me and my darling husband. No, it's tomato juice. Not Rochelle or any other rich, snooty scrubber. That's a comment. Oh, you can't call people whores? I can't say that. Oh, I just said it on YouTube. Oh, or an ambitious maid. No one's gonna get near him in that matter. Not while I'm around. If I have anything to say about it, no one's gonna get near him at all. October 29th, Saturday. How we're gonna die. Aftermath of Rochelle's accusations, an enraged Hannah banned her former friend from setting foot on any of their properties. Despite what happened, the commotion was brushed off and the party continued. Luke and Hannah were seen dancing sweetly together all night. The day after proved to be a difficult task. My darling prince is a man of many connections, man of the people. He's always talking to one person or another. I'm always left alone, unable to stay at his side at all times. It's frustrating, but I have to be understanding. Besides, I don't see why he can't just stay at home. Let me just get my volume and crank that down. Now with a bloody bayonet of his telling him.
Johans! Where's my tie?
You're wearing it.
I can't find it anywhere.
Have you looked around your neck? It should be there if it's not on your clothes horse, sir.
It's not often that I'm awake this early. It's early enough to find my darling preparing for the day with his valet attending to him. It's an old-fashioned way to go about the morning. Simple to dress himself after all. But he says that it really makes the day easier for him to have someone else do this tedious task, albeit with a grimace. Though if that means everyone of his dislikes the duty so much, I'll gladly do it in his stead.
I've got it, my prince. Come here.
Well, someone's up and at them especially early this morning, huh? Here I thought you'd be knackered by all the dancing we did last night at the party. And after that... well...
Oh, they held hands that night? I'm making an X with my arm to, signify no lewd, but you can't see me because... When the valet reaches out with his perfume, I quickly take it and shoo him aside. This close, his scent fills me with the smell of white flowers, cocoa, cardamom, and almonds. It's intoxicating. The sight of the two of us in the vanity mirror is picturesque and perfect. Can I help it if I feel a bit resentful that another person gets to do this for Luke every morning, when I could have done it myself? No, not
You're
yet.
dismissed, Shroken. I have this. Go on then. You'll be summoned if you're needed.
She really dislikes Johans now. This is a curious look. 4-year-old brows, before any said that he cares his wife from his expression.
Very well. If you need me, I'll be somewhere that isn't here.
You could have let the man do his job.
And I say there's no need for him. I can take care of you just fine, my prince. Just where are you off to this morning anyway?
I hate the thought of him leaving me. Feels like an eternity without him here. This lonely place that doesn't feel like home quite yet. Although the matron nearly is growing on me, slowly but surely. I want to be at his side, and he fails to see such an obvious thing.
Business. Where else?
Why can't you just work from home? You can afford to, can't you?
Business needs a firm hand and a personal touch, Buttercup. Besides, I can't stay cooped up forever in here. I'll go mad.
Well, you'll come back home as soon as possible, won't you? It's so awfully lonely here without you, my prince.
We're pushing 30 minutes, but...
I could. I don't see why I should, though. This hasn't been a problem before. You know I'll come home when I come home.
Just get home as soon as you can. For me, won't you?
No promises. It's business after all. I can't just stand up in the middle of the meeting and tell them the wife wants me home.
Then forget those peasants.
He stops and stares, looking perturbed for a moment before shaking his hand. Head, is he feeling ill? There's more reason for him to stay here with me, doesn't it? I'm just being a good wife, worrying about my husband.
Be good, dear, and stay safe. There's been all sorts of dodgy characters seen about the property.
Yeah, like this weird, presumably Japanese ghost. Yeah, she's insane.
I'll be leaving Johans with you, just in case you need anything, and to be on the safe side, okay?
But I don't need a valet. I need you here with me.
She didn't pronounce the T. She doesn't know how to say words.
I'll be closing a big deal with a pharmaceutical company soon, if things go according to plan.
Yeah, we could buy an even bigger house then.
Maybe, after that, I can take a breather for a bit.
No maybes. You have to promise me.
I only need him.
I'm going to be late, Hana. The longer this takes, the later I'll get home.
So, she's going insane, right?
Fine. Shall I see you out?
If that's what you want.
At the front door, his valet waits. Valet. Ready to accompany him for the rest of the day when he's told to stay and attend to me. Still don't like it. You hear that spooky music? Looks like he doesn't either. But I ignore him in favor of the one who really matters. Hold Luke's hand in mine and give him a deep kiss. Makes my heart flutter to see the way his eyes close during her moment of passion. So, is she being like possessed here, or is she just normally like this? Parting my hair, I can only smile.
Have a good day, my prince.
Right. Off I go.
Still don't want him to leave. He should just stay. Forever.
If you could let go of my hand, please, Hana.
Just so hard to let go, and I finally have him in my grasp. Watch him enter his car and leave, painfully so. This began an aching, gaping hole that got hunger and a need. It's not content until you do.
If it fits you, breakfast is ready in the parlor, madam.
If anything, I'll be in a foul mood until he returns.
Leave and go practice your bloody sodomy elsewhere.
Wow.
Peculiar.
When I turn around to hiss at him to leave, he's already gone. That suits me just fine. Want to be alone, not anyone bothering me. want to be alone with myself and my thoughts, with only these halls as company. These danged halls will hold our memories, just he and I. There's no one else I need but my prince. Not some cheeky servant who's just living it up because he's Luke's right-hand man. Rubbish like him deserves nothing. So, there's a reference I want to make about what's going on with her, but I won't. It deserves to be thrown and locked in the attic. Now realizing it, my feet have brought me here. Wow! This empty, lifeless room disgusts me. The longer I stare at it, the harder it gets to breathe, as if the walls are moving in on me. Yet at the same time, it pulls me in, hear whispering. Curiosity gets the better of me as I look under the bed. There in the far corner, a loose floorboard. The wood, despite having swelled and warped over the years, is strangely familiar, comforting in its feel. That's not merely what my hand searches for as I reach for it. It's quite an effort, but soon I'm able to lift it. Inside, underneath the dust and cobwebs, lies a pendant, warm and familiar. I swear, if I just close my eyes, I could feel it beating in my palm. I feel a thrill. Though, I also feel like a thief for taking this. But it's mine. So without delay, I head into her room. There's good reason to doubt whether that actually just happened. And I was being extra clingy to a husband and grew easily irritated when someone would go near, including the butler. While wandering the mansion, she found an old locket hidden inside the attic's bed. Set it over her fan, she immediately wore it, placing the even heirloom that she always kept. In front of the vanity, I stood the whites of my eyes shine as I removed the clasps of my old necklace and put on this new one. First, a lot better than the old one. So is she gonna be like possessed, or is she just gonna die? You feel it as it weighs on my chest.
Right where it belongs.
Oh. Okay. We didn't die. Let's read the journal and call it there. Oh, Zachary's 31. Okay. He's 6'0". Freelance photographer. He's American. He's agnostic. He has a diploma in digital film. It's pie, photography, and filmography, documentaries, cooking, acoustic guitar, and video games. Before his parents' death, he lived in New Jersey, where his family owned a diner and bakery. He and his older sister were orphaned due to a hate crime. They were forced to move to England where their grandparents lived. They loved cooking and helping out with their old diner, but grew lazy and disinterested after the incident. It did not help that he was one of the few blacks in a predominantly white community at the time. His passion for visual arts was spiked when he found old Polaroids and home movies of his parents. Freelancing helped to pay his rent, but the man had long set his sights on the indie film scene. It was during the creation of his first documentary that a robbery occurred, and Ashton was there to investigate, bringing the wrong place at the wrong time led to Zachary being placed as a suspect, but the rookie detective helped clear his name. Okay. So yeah, that was Hannah's route, huh? That was Higurashi-esque. Okay, this is long. Oh my goodness gracious. Whoa. Okay. And there's not a universal end here. That's pretty interesting. Like usually, you know, like this one, and this one would all tie together, come together for, you know, the next person's face. But not here. Wow. Okay. I assume a lot of these are like, you know, what happened to Isabella and Hannah. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time with some more of the letter. Bye.